Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. In today's tutorial guys, I'll be showing you how to on your LG TV, and of course this is a LG TV that's with the WebOS operating system, as you can see here. Alright, so I'm going to show you some key tips or 7 key tips that you must know as a LG TV user. And of course these tips will help to drastically improve your experience with your TV. Alright, so this is a compilation of all the tips that I've gathered over using my TV, and of course I'm sure you'll learn something here. So we'll be going through step by step, starting from simple, and we'll be moving into some of the more advanced features that you should know to either enable or disable on your TV. Alright, so let's get straight into it. Okay, so one of the first things I want to show you guys is if you look at your home screen, as you can see here, there's a bunch of ads that appear on your home screen. There are also additional ads that comes in the form of screensavers, and these are advertisements that shows random movies on your home screen. Now some people like their home screen to be very clean, and they do not want any of these ads. So that includes movies or of course random ads. I'm going to show you how to turn off the home screen ads on your device. Alright, so you're gonna get your remote. This is the remote, and you're gonna go to settings. So you're gonna hit the gear icon. Alright, so of course the settings menu is gonna appear. You're gonna come over here, you're gonna go to all settings. Alright, so once you're in all settings, you're gonna go next, and you're gonna go down. You're gonna select general. Alright, so once you're at general as seen here, next you're gonna go to the option that says system. So once you're on system as seen here, you're gonna select, then you're gonna go to additional settings. Alright, so once you're on additional settings, the first thing you're gonna turn off is you're gonna turn off screensaver promotion. So turn that off, and of course that stops promotions during screensavers. Next, and it doesn't end here, next you're gonna go to home settings, which is this option right here. You're gonna select, and these are the key ones. Now pay close attention to your home screen. You're gonna turn off home promotion, and you're gonna turn off content recommendation. Now instantly, if I were to go back home, you'll notice that the options are gone. That is the content recommendation. Alright, if you like the content recommendation, you can turn them back on. That will show back your movies, your suggested movies. But as you can see, you can turn them off, and maybe you just want to stop the home promotion, meaning promotion ads on your home screen. So you can turn off either a single one or both. And as you can see guys, the home screen is now clear, and of course the distracted movies or things that you do not necessarily want will stop from appearing on your home screen. It also makes the home screen much cleaner and clearer. Alright, so that's the first tip. Okay, now going to the second tip guys. As you can see here, you can notice when your TV is off, the room is a little bit dark, but of course when you're trying to sleep, especially if you're using this TV as a bedroom TV, there is this light here that shows the standby mode. It is quite annoying, and of course it can be very distracting. Alright, so I'm going to show you to turn this off. So when the TV is in standby mode, it will not show this red light. Alright, so once the TV is on again, we're going to go again to settings. We're going to go to all settings. Alright, we're gonna go next to general. Alright, next we're gonna go to system, and once we're in system, we're gonna go to additional settings, and of course once we're in additional settings, you're gonna see the option here that says standby light, and of course this is the light that shows when the device is in standby mode. So we're going to turn off the standby light. And again, if I were to turn off the TV, notice now there's no light. Okay guys, next I'm going to show you to lock selected applications. Now for example, if I were to show you here all the apps, you'll notice that the apps, and they're all here. You'll notice, for example, if you were trying to launch YouTube, it will ask for a password. This can be great for protecting your device in case of safety in terms of being stolen, or of course it can be that kids will not be able to simply access your TV. You can lock inputs, you can lock a variety of stuff on your device, and it will require that password each time you need to access something on the TV. So for example, you can choose to do certain items, or you can simply just do a few. All right, it's up to you. And of course it is quite easy, so make sure that you follow along, and you can lock selected applications as you would like. So of course, again, you're going to go to settings. We're going to go down to all settings. We're going to go to general. We're going to go to system. Next, we're going to go to safety. And of course, here, make sure that the function is enabled. You're required to set a lock or set a password. And once you set that password, you can go ahead. If you want to lock a app, as I showed you earlier, you can go here that says application lock. It will ask for the password each time. So you can go in and enter your set password. And of course, you can see here, I can choose which applications to lock. You can lock them all, or of course, you can lock some. All right, so the option is yours. Additionally, you can explore to lock channels. You can also explore TV programs, and of course you can lock your inputs, so nothing can be placed in the TV without first needing the password. Okay, so once you have done those, you should be great. Now of course, sometimes you cannot find the remote and you need to power on the TV. In order to do that, you're going to go ahead and find your LG logo. The LG logo is right here, and of course you're going to feel just beneath it there's actually a button. So right here where you have the LG logo, there's actually a button that's right beneath it, and of course it can be to the left, to the right, or to the center. Now of course what you're going to do is you're going to press and hold, and of course the TV is going to power off. If you press said button just for about 5 seconds, the TV will come on. And of course you can see the TV booting. All right, so as you see again, the TV is back up. Once the TV is up, you're good to go. Now of course that button itself serves many functions. For example, if you just simply go ahead and press, it will bring up this option here. So a single press will bring up options to control your TV. So for example, without the remote, I could select inputs, and all I have to do is just press once and let go for a few seconds. It will move. I can adjust volume. I can change the channel. I can move the channels down, and it's quite easy. If I wanted to do something very specific, all I got to do is long press the power button and it will select. All right, so for example, it will switch to HDMI mode. All right, so you get the idea. I can as well control the volume. So remember, long press, or just simply press once it will appear, and simply one tap for a second and it will move. Long press to select. All right, and I can do all those functions without the remote until the remote is found. Another thing that you should note is that if you have made a lot of modifications, especially if you have been tweaking your TV, you can always return to initial settings. All right, so initial settings, what you're going to do is go to click the settings button. Once you hit the settings button, you're going to go to all settings. You're going to go to general. You're going to select system. And of course, once you're in system, you're going to go down and you can see the option there that says reset to initial settings, meaning the TV will be reverted in terms of its setting to all the settings to their defaults. So any modifications you have made, they'll be gone. All right, so that just in case you want to start over fresh, it's always easy. Remember, this applies to all settings and not just a specific setting. Okay, now let's say, for example, you want to put your TV to sleep instead of your TV watching you when you're asleep, or in case you think you're going to fall asleep, you can set the sleep timer. Now, of course, LG did not include a sleep timer button on the remote, but of course, it's buried deep in settings. In order to find it, go again, you're going to hit settings on your remote or the gear icon. You're going to move down to all settings. You're going to go to general. Then, of course, you're going to go to system. And of course, you're going to go next to time and timers. And of course, once you're under time and timers, you're going to go to timers. And there you go. It says sleep timer. If you turn on sleep timer, it will go ahead and ask you how long. So if you think you're going to fall asleep in 90 minutes, set it to 90 minutes or so on. In addition, you also have power on timer if you want to tell your TV to come on at a certain time, and power off timer as well. All right. So you can mess around with those settings, or you can set the TV to power off after 4 hours. If you are limiting in terms of your watch time, you can actually do that. Now, those are several tips. And of course, I'm going to give you additional one. In case you want to update your TV, at times it's set to automatically update, but if you want to push an update or check for a critical update for whatever reason, you can actually find and ask to check for updates. You're going to go ahead and you're going to hit settings. You're going to go to all settings. Then you're going to go to support. And there you go, software update. And of course, you can tell it to automatically update. So you can actually turn on that feature, or you can leave it off. And then of course, you can check for updates. All right, it will check for updates. Sometimes there are no updates, but as soon as there's one, it will actually tell you. All right, so that's it for all our tips. And of course, these are all the tips that I've found that are key to understanding your TV set. Now, of course, there are plenty other stuff or tutorials that you can do. But of course, these are the ones that I found that stood out the most, that help the TV to be more functional. And of course, to help you in getting the most out of your LG TV. Of course, as always, Ricardo Gardner from Blog Tech Tips, showing you tips to help you to customize and make your TV much more useful. All right, guys? So see you in the next one. And of course, you can ask questions below if you have a direct question. All right? So thank you for viewing, and see you in the next one, guys. Bye.